This is the Baker's Dozen and this is the Blue Whale from Couch Electronics. They are both overdrive pedals and we are doing a deep dive into them today to see if they can be for you. First, I'm playing a song using them both. I'm playing live as usual, except there's a overdubbed guitar on the chorus part of that song. See you on the other side of that. The first interesting thing about these two pedals, at least to me, is the way that they look. They have quite a unique look to them. They are just like small old Marshall pedals, and they are definitely inspired by those. It is easy to assume that they are just clones of a Bluesbreaker, for example. We will get back to that in a bit. But as for looks, yes, they are inspired by those pedals, but they are smaller and they are not one-to-one copies of those when it comes to shape. But they are similar. I think they look really cool, and it's cool that they are a bit smaller. They're not exactly mini pedals, but quite small. As for what is inside, they both have a sort of a starting point and inspiration. But I think it's important to say that even though I will mention those inspirations, those starting points, they are not clones. The Blue Whale is indeed inspired by a Marshall Bluesbreaker, and it's been a long time since I played an original one, but it's safe to say that it has more volume on tap. That's usually a problem with the original circuit. And it's a bit brighter sounding. It's quite a bright overdrive pedal. And this one, the Baker's Dozen, is based on a MXR micro amp. And that's a pedal that I've played a lot up and through the years. And this one is quite different from that pedal. So even though, again, it's inspired by that, try to forget that. This is a different thing, I would say. This one is quite dark sounding, and this one is very bright, so they are very different. They are both good always on pedals to add some grit to your very clean amp, and I will use a very clean amp for the demo part. With this one, you can have a lot of gain if you want to. This one does not have that much gain. This one is dark, this one is bright, and they also go really well together. I will talk more about that later. Let's hear them, and then I will see you on the other side of the demo to discuss them even more. this will be the conclusion part of the video where I discuss both pros and cons about these two pedals. They are both 199 euros. I really like to stack them, but I understand that that can be quite expensive for you to get both these two pedals, just because I say that they sound good together. If you like either one of them, get one and try to stack it with a overdrive pedal that you already have. Then you won't necessarily have to buy both of them to get a sound that I got in this video. But since this is so bright and this is so dark, I find that they go really well together, and that's why I did that in the intro track that I did in the beginning of this video. I don't mind that this is bright, but I do find it to be quite a brightly voiced overdrive pedal, and I tend to turn down the tone to around here. This is my sweet spot. And one con that I have with this pedal is the fact that it seems like when you are adding gain, it also gets brighter. That on its own, it's not really a problem because you can always compensate with the tone knob. So let's say you want to add a lot of gain, it gets brighter, and you back down the tone to compensate. But let's say this is your sweet spot with gain and tone, and then during a gig, for example, you want to have more gain, you add that. It's kind of hard to go down on the pedal and try to find a new sweet spot for the tone knob. So that's my only con with this pedal, really. Other than that, I think it's a great sounding overdrive pedal with a lot of gain range. You can do the always on thing, as I said, and you can also use it as a medium to high gain pedal if you want to do that. I also find it to be a bit more raw than other Bluesbreaker pedals. Some of them, the ones that I've tried lately, can be a bit tame and neutral. This is a bit more raw, I would say, whatever that means. It's a bit more wild, to put it in a different way. This pedal on the other side does not have that much gain on tap, and it's a lot darker sounding. I could probably say it's a con to the pedal, that it's a bit too dark sounding. But you know what? The builder, Slobodan, the guy who makes them, said that it's a pedal that is supposed to sound dark. So it's made for people who like darker sounding overdrive pedals. So yeah, I'm willing to accept that because it is made that way intentionally. Yeah, it goes really well with a Strat if you want to counter your guitar sounding a bit too thin when you are kicking in an overdrive pedal. If you do have a low output Strat, as I do, you do get some gain out of this pedal. But if you want a lot, I urge you to combine it with another pedal to get even more gain from this pedal. And I would say again that my favorite thing about these two pedals is to use them together. It's like yin and yang, and they just work so well in combination because this one is bright and this one is dark. And as I've said a million times on this channel before, if you have two good complementary overdrive pedals and you use them together, you get a more three-dimensional sound, and that is exactly what you get with these two together. So get these pedals if you like the unique looks and the size of them. Get this one if you like bright overdrive pedals in the Bluesbreaker category. Get this one if you like darker sounding overdrive pedals. Maybe combine it with the single coils. Maybe combine this one with humbuckers. Yes, get them both if you want a three-dimensional guitar sound. Yes, this has been the Blue Whale and the Baker's Dozen from Couch Electronics, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.